So let's get the descriptive statistics of the following data. Let's start with without weight tracking system. Let's get the mean or the average. So we write equal the word average. We select the values that you want to average, or you can just select the whole column. So AA, that is the average. The median equal the word median. Select the whole column, and then we have that answer. The mode, we can highlight 2 cells because sometimes we have multimodal. So we select mode, multi, and then select the column, then control enter. It says NA because there's no mode. So let's just use the word none. The range is the maximum, get the maximum of column A, parenthesis, minus the minimum of the same column, and close parenthesis again. And then enter. For the variance, so in this sample, this is a sample variance. So use var.s. var.p is for population. So we select the column again, and we now have a variance. The standard deviation, stdev, we select S, P for population, S for sample. Since we have a sample, we have that. And then the coefficient of variation. The coefficient of variation is the standard deviation divided by the mean. So that is the coefficient of variation. They vary in this certain value. The next one is getting the position, the percentile. So we select percentile.xe, select the array, so all in column A again, and 0.85 because we're looking for the 85th percentile. Close parenthesis, then enter. Now let's talk about quartile. This is another measure of position. So quartile, we use the quartile.xe, select the array, quartile 1 for quartile 25th percentile or quartile 1, select 1, close parenthesis, enter. Quartile 2, quartile.xe again, select the array, and number 2 for quartile 2, enter. Quartile 3, quartile.xe, column A, and number 3 for third quartile, close parenthesis, enter. The interquartile range, or the IQR, is the subtraction or the difference between the third quartile minus the first quartile. And that is the values for without weight tracking system. Now let's go to with tracking system. Let's do it again. The mean is average, whole column B. Next is the median, the word median, equal median, whole column B. For the mode, equal mode, we can use singular or simply mode, close parenthesis, or let's singular. Singular, it means it will just select one mode. And true enough, we only have 12. 12 is the repeating number, so that's only our mode. So let's go to, there's no other mode than 12. Let's go to range. Again, the maximum of column B. We subtract that with the minimum of the same column, column B. Close parenthesis. We have to write the close parenthesis there. Variance, var.s for a sample. So normally we're dealing with samples when it comes to the statistics. stdev.s for sample, p for population, but we're using sample. Coefficient of variation is the standard deviation divided by the mean. The 85th percentile is equal the word percentile.xe, the array B, and comma 0.85 for the 85th percentile. For quartile, equal the word quartile, and then select all the array, and 1 for quartile 1. Let's do this again for quartile 2, word quartile, all array B, comma 2, quartile 3, array B, comma 3, and lastly, the interquartile range, or the IQR, that is the difference between the third quartile minus the first quartile. And that's it. If you want your values to look consistent, so you can highlight the values that you want to lessen or increase the decimal places. In the upper part here, you can lessen or increase it. Let's lessen it to 2 decimal places. So that would look consistent. But actually, there's a shortcut here if your Excel has a data analysis. So go to Home, Data. Here in Data, select Data Analysis. In Data Analysis, select Descriptive Statistics. And then click OK. Select the column, the whole ones that you want to compute, all of this. And then they are separated by columns. So column A and column B. They're not by rows, but by columns. Select label because we have names or label on the top. And then the output range is where you want your data to be. So I will select it here in D20. I will write it here. Or maybe here in A13. Maybe here in D20. I'll just write it here in D20. Then click Summary Statistics. So it will give you all the summary. And then, if you're ready, click OK. Now, we have the following data. It's very consistent to our previous solutions. So we have here the mean. That's the same with 29.1. It's also the same with the other value, 17.2. We have median. We can also see it here, the median, the mode. We have the standard deviation, 16, and the variance. Those are equal. So you can always use this shortcut, especially if your Excel has a data analysis tool pack. And then the range, we also have the same values for range. This will also say the maximum, the count, because we have 10 sample. We also see here the skewness, the count, the sum, if you add all of it. So this is a more complete data. So you can use this too.